with class, fantastic demeanor, and a wine glass filled to the brim. What you're going to hear is the finest in urban conservative talk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new Willie LAwson Show here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. Well, I'm here. Welcome. I'm here. Welcome to the Willie LAwson Show, reborn here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. I trust that you are ready to get your morning started. We're going to be on every day, Monday through Friday, here at 9:05 here on the Exceptional Conservative Network, powered by SHR Media. So I hope that you're in for the kind of ride that we're going to provide here, the roller coaster that we're going to provide. I hope that your mind is ready, especially this early in the morning, for this kind of thought. I hope that you're open to see things differently, because what we do here is that we push things differently, and I'll push the envelope of your brain. I will make you think differently. I will make you see stuff like you've never seen it before and wonder what the heck was wrong with you all along. That why did I agree with this guy? Where did you come from? You know, when I first started this trek way back in, March of 2008, people would come up to me after a speech and go, "Who are you? Where did you come from?" And I would just tell him this. I tell him, you know what? I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. You know what? I've just been watching this falderall for years and years and years, and basically got sick of it. Got sick of the lies, got sick of the innuendo, got sick of the rumors, got sick of the liberal narrative that is destroying where I live. And it's destroying the people in my community. I just got tired of it. And eventually, you see, the best thing about the left is that they will eventually overstep. They will eventually overplay their hand and put themselves in a position where there's no way that they can defend their actions. And that's what they've done. And that's what we're going to expose here on this program. We're going to expose just that. And we're going to be able to, the great thing is that we're going to be able to do it day after day, after day, after day, after day. Because they continuously overplay their hand, continuously, every day, all the time. So knowing that, it gives us great material for poking them in the eye every day. And that's what we're going to do here. A lot of shows on the network do a great job, and they're about educating and uplifting, and I'm going to just poke them in their eye and kick them in their butt every day. You know, my son and I have these conversations about these kind of things all the time, and what we've You know what? And what I say all the time is this: it is the hypocrisy, is the wanton hypocrisy of the left that is the most aggravating part. It is the hypocrisy that drives you crazy. That's the part that makes you want to punch somebody in the face. I get that. Okay, don't go out and punch anybody in the face. I don't want any lawsuits saying that, you know what, that guy on the Exceptional Conservative Network is emboldening people to punch people in the face. Because that's what the left does. They'll take that phrase that they know is hyperbolic and say, you're encouraging people to hit people. No, I'm acknowledging the fact that your hypocrisy makes people want to punch you in the face. And fortunately for you, people don't do it. Because we don't behave. Most of us here on the right don't behave like people on the left. We're not led by our emotions and our feelings to the point that we act on them in irrational and irresponsible movements. We don't. So, fortunately for you, Captain Cupcake and your snowflake warriors, what we don't do is that we don't act on every impulse. Yes, now I'll be honest with you, sometimes I just want to go up to some of these people and just punch them dead in their mouth. But we don't. We don't. Wouldn't be prudent. Wouldn't be the right thing to do. It'd feel good for a little bit. And to get them to shut up. Because we've got a lot of people that I'm wishing would be quiet. Yes, Meryl Streep, shut up. Shut up. Meryl Streep, shut up. Be quiet. You sound like an idiot. Be quiet. I liked you in Kramer versus Kramer, but right now, be quiet. I did like you in Kramer versus Kramer, but be quiet. Rosie O'Donnell, your stand-up back in the day was really good. Now do us a favor. Shut up. Rosie O'Donnell tweets that she wants to see martial law invoked until the charges on Donald Trump are cleared. You're an idiot. She doesn't know what martial law is. She's a moron. Are you kidding me? This is what you say you want? How blinded by hate and vitriol are you? That you say you want to see martial law imposed at any time. That you want to see a takeover of the of America by its military. Are you serious? You can't be serious, because that would make you evil. So you have to just be stupid. One of the things that I heard that we repeat in my house almost every day is a quote that we heard from Herman Cain. Herman Cain said, one of the first things I ever heard Herman Cain say was that stupid people are ruining this country. Stupid people are ruining this country. And boy, oh boy, if that is not a more correct statement, there isn't one. If that's not a more correct statement, there isn't one. Stupid people are ruining this country. That's just how it is. When we hear morons like Meryl Streep, morons like Rosie O'Donnell, and I'm going to try to say this with as much respect as I can, but I think that Representative John Lewis has lost his damn mind. That he says that he's not going to consider Donald Trump a legitimate president because he believes that the Russians were involved in the American election. Now we got to get to a break, but I'm gonna hit this hard, and then I'm gonna give you this to take to work today. I'm gonna give you this to take to school today. I'm gonna give you this to take wherever you're going today. The only people that we know possibly that was hacked was the Democratic National Committee, which is not the government, which has nothing to do with the elections. And notice this. The criers and the whiners and the Captain Cupcake and the Snowflake Warriors are not denying anything that was leaked, either the WikiLeaks or other sources. They're just upset by how somebody found out. They're not denying that the things that were said by Hillary Clinton and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the rest of those pukes was not true, because it was all true. Now, here's a little something for you. You can't slander anybody with the truth. You can't slander anybody with the truth. Listen, we're going to need to take a little break. We'll be back with more of the Willie LAwson Show here on the Exceptional Conservative Network right after these messages. Innovation, inspiration, and imagination. 3 important characteristics that are important in any business, but especially in real estate when you're looking for your forever home. And when that home is a new home, there are very, very many things that must go right. The financing must be on point. The furnishings must be on point. The location and neighborhood must be on point. And if you need someone to get that right the first time, you have to go to my friend Gary Knight at New Homes of Tampa Bay. That's New Homes of Tampa Bay. You can reach him on the web at www.newhomestpa.com. If you're looking for innovation through technology, inspiration and imagination through hard work, www.newhomestpa.com. There's no reason to wait for a special occasion to send flowers. No reason to wait until you miss a birthday or an anniversary or Valentine's Day to send flowers. All you have to do is get a hold of my friend Christine at Bloomingdale's Flower Shop, www.bloomingdays.com. That's www.bloomingdays.com. And tell her that you want to send the very best, that you care enough to send the very best. One of FTD's top florists in all of the United States, always in the top 100 of flower shops in the United States. That's Bloomingdale's Flower Shop, www.bloomingdays.com. Forget calling 1-800-something, www.bloomingdays.com. It's great to have partners, but it's even better when one of your partners is one of the finest urban conservatives in America. That's my friend Kevin Batts. Kevin Batts of Red River Chronicle TV. Red River Chronicle TV is taking the internet by storm with fabulous production, amazing commentary, and incredible insight. Red River TV is the thing that we'll all be watching in 2017. They are the people, Kevin and his wife Janelle, are the voices that are going to make the difference in urban America in 2017. So get in on the ground floor. Go to www.redriverchronicle.com and subscribe to Red River TV today. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Willie LAwson Show here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. I trust that you are well this morning. Like I was saying before break, John Lewis has lost his mind. You know, it's sad to see someone who was actually in the struggle, in the streets, arrested 40 times, beaten, arrested, had dogs sicked on him, water hoses turned on him, all these things, to just snap and lose his mind. There's a syndrome that people get when they fall in love with their captors, and he has it. All the people who were tossed, were sicking dogs on him and beating him and arresting him and turning on fire hoses on him. They were all Democrats. And what did he decide to do? He decided to join them. Join them. Stockholm syndrome is what they call it. And he has it. And a lot of Democrats have it, which is mostly the most amazing part. And here's how I can prove it. Today, I want to talk about, yes, and I know that it's almost cheating, but I don't care because it's important. People ask me, how did I get here? How did you, as a black man, end up being a conservative Republican? Well, I tell you, it happened over time, just like most people. It happened over time, but one of the catalysts, or the catalyst really, was the birth of my son back in 1990, I guess. It really sort of sparked me when I was holding him in the labor delivery room. Through all sorts of circumstances, he came a lot sooner than we had anticipated. He's fine. He was fine. But you know what? For all sorts of circumstances I'm not going to get into here, he came a little quicker than we had anticipated. And he was never an idea. He was always Alex. He was never just an idea or a thought or an encumberment. He was always Alex. And I had, like a lot of stupid college people, had thought that I had the most erudite and educated opinion about abortion ever. If you're against abortion, don't have one. And I thought that, and I really did. I really thought that that should solve the argument. That should end the argument. There should be no more discussion. You don't like them? Don't do them. It's this sort of libertarian sort of thought about it. The only problem is that abortion is murder. Yeah. It's murder. And as I grew, and as I grew in my faith, and as I grew as a man, I started to think about these things a little bit more deeply, a little less on the surface, and then started thinking about how does abortion affect where I live? Well, let's talk about it. You know, a lot of times the left will bring emotion and upset to you. I'm going to bring you some facts here. How about that? The differential, this is from the worldinhishands.com website. The differential between the abortion ratio for black women and that for white women has increased from 2.0 in 1989, the first year for which black and other races were reported separately, to 3.0 in 2000 in the year 2000. In addition, the abortion rate for black women has been approximately 3 times as high as that for white women. 3 times as high. In the year 2000, 41 states, the District of Columbia and New York City, reported the Hispanic ethnicity of women who obtained abortions because of concerns regarding the completeness of such data. In certain states, in 2000, data from only 29 states, District of Columbia and New York City, were used. But we're talking about 41 states in the year 2000. The abortion rate by race in America are 37% of black pregnancies end in abortion. 37%. If you love us, stop killing us. Now, we're not talking about the Mike Browns of the world. We're not talking about the Eric Garners of the world. We're not talking about the Trayvon Martins of the world. We're talking about people that you've never seen. People who most of them never got to have a name. They never got to have a name. They never got to go to school. They never got to do anything. They never got to do anything. Because before anybody could figure out what was going on, before they could figure out what was going on, they were being hacked to death. See, we don't like to talk about it in those terms because it's uncomfortable. They were being hacked to death. They were being stabbed. They were being sliced. So we don't have any idea what might have happened to them. According to the website blackgenocide.org, the approximate number of black children or black deaths since 1973, which is the passing of Roe v. Wade, is we have lost more black people to abortion than anything else. Forget the number of people that have been killed by unarmed by white cops as being a narrative that we should, as a people, should concern ourselves with. Because you see, that's the narrative. That's the bullcrap narrative that the left keeps pushing at me and says that I should be concerned about this. This is what we should be concerned about. Look, because it's on CNN and they're lying to us, and here it is on BET pretending to have news, and here's TV1 who's pretending to have news too, because they're all pushing this agenda. The thing that we have to be most afraid of are white cops, the Ku Klux Klan, and Donald Trump. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. This is incredible. These are approximate numbers of black deaths since 1973. AIDS, 245,000. Violent crimes, most of which have been inflicted on ourselves. 354,000. Accidents, 447,000. 2.5 million to cancer, 2.7 million to heart disease. Over 15.5 million to abortion. So if you don't think there's genocide going on, if you don't think that you're being lied to every day on CNN, MSNBC, BET, TV1, and all these other leftist media puke, you're wrong. You're just wrong. If we are to look for what we can do to improve the condition of, first of all, of urban America and America at large, we have got to look at stopping the genocide that's happening right here in our own nation. We concentrate on the on incarceration and the mass incarceration of African American men, thanks to the crime bills pushed by Bill Clinton in the 80s. Problematical, no doubt. Putting people in jail for not offensive crimes for a long, long time. Which adds to what? It adds to the lack of birth rate. When you are in a position where you are having fewer children than you are killing, you have a negative birth rate. I want to tell you right now, urban America has much bigger problems than Donald Trump. So when Representative Lewis wants us to think that Donald Trump is the worst thing that ever happened to black people in America, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I can't get on that. I can't get on that boat. I just can't get there. You're talking about 15.5 million children murdered in utero. Black children murdered in utero since 1973. If that ain't genocide, I don't know what is. I can't get on board with that. I can't. So you're going to have to come up with something else. You're going to have to do something differently. You have to say something different to me. You're going to have to change your program. You're going to have to refocus. So for me, when I learned that, and when I learned that the Democrat Party and the left supported Planned Parenthood, and when people like Hillary Clinton was winning the Margaret Sanger Award, the founder of Planned Parenthood, who said that black people were human weeds, I had to start making some changes in the things I said, obviously in some of the things I thought. It was important that I started making these changes in some of my associations. Now, how can a responsible black person, how is it possible for a responsible black person to associate themselves with a group of people that are okay with the murder of 15.5 of their own people? How is that possible? You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservative.com. This is a production of Fight Back Media Group. For more information, go to www.fightbackmedia.com. I don't understand. I just don't understand how it's possible to associate myself with an entity, a group of people that is supporting, that has supported the murder of 15.5 million black children in utero, and is spinning that as to somehow it's a good thing. How is that? I mean, how is that possible? I just don't know. But, people like John Lewis have, Maxine Waters have, Cory Booker, President Barack Obama. How's it possible? How is it possible that they're okay with the extermination of black children? How is that okay? And still have the nerve to call me Uncle Ruckus or Uncle Tom? How is that even possible? How do I take any of that seriously? And why do I care what they say? And now why do I care what they say about me? Well, I'll tell you, I don't. So whenever any of these clowns get on the TV and start talking about this or that and Republicans this and conservatives that, you know what I hear? I hear this. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Wonk, 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 wonk. And every day, this becomes more and more true. Mainstream media is dead. You are correct, sir. Every day, that becomes more and more true. The more and more they push that narrative, the more and more they push the narrative that it is a progressive thing, meaning a good thing, for more and more black children to be murdered in utero. The more I fight back, the more I push back, the more I don't care what they call me, the more I don't care what they try to do to me, the more I believe in what we're doing, the more I want to say it, the more I want to put voices, urban conservative voices, on a higher platform so they can be heard, the more I am in the fight. And frankly, the more that you should be in the fight. The more you should be in the fight. The more that you should care. We've got a great network. We've got some great shows. We do some great things. We are partnering with the SHR Network, and they've got some great shows and some great people doing and saying some great things. We're going to take a little break and, hold up their sign a little bit, because that's what we do here. We hold up each other's sign. We'll be back right after these messages.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
where we'll be talking about all kinds of things,
from sports and politics
to food and entertainment,
to money
family,
and anything else in between.
community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
From the war front to the streets of our nation's capital, men of faith, Dr. Michael Jones, the underground professor, and Kenneth McClinton, the exceptional conservative, bring both constitutional gravitas and spiritual perspective on today's issues to the most influential Christian urban talk show, 9:05 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays. It's a new day on New Day, Black and Red.
All right. Welcome back to the Willie LAwson Show here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. We appreciate you being here and enjoying our first show on this network. We had been RSS'd onto the SHR network for a while, but this is the first time we're doing a live show on TECN, and it's going to be fabulous. We met electronically with the partners of the network yesterday, and golly, what great work we're going to do and what great fun we're going to have doing it, and that's probably the coolest thing. Anyway, so if you want to, because my show, my deal is not just talking about it, my deal is being about it. Talking about it is simply not enough. Just not enough. So what we have to do, what you have to do, what you should do right now is that if you should go to www.blackgenocide.org, and help Reverend Childress, Pastor Childress, stop this black genocide. Now, Pastor Childress is going to be a guest on this show in the coming months, so you'll get to talk to him or hear from him directly. But in order to help, you need to go to www.blackgenocide.org and click on the Donate Now button and give what you can. Send him an email, or better yet, send me an email at WLSTECN@gmail.com. That's WLSTECN@gmail.com. And let's hook up with and find a way to do something about it, to make a difference. This is not a program that you will get to listen to every day, Monday through Friday, and not feel the compunction to do something. Not just to get your debit card out, and sometimes that's the thing that you need to do too. But it'll be more than that. It'll be that you'll have the same fire shut up in your bones as the rest of us, that we have to get out on the streets and do something, that we have to partner with people in our neighborhood, to partner with people in our community. We have to start making a difference. It's not going to be enough to just talk about it. It simply isn't going to be enough to just talk about it. It's not going to be enough to be clever. It's not going to be enough to win debates. It's just not going to be enough. Not enough. Not nearly enough. So we're going to have to get out there and make a difference and partner with people who believe like we do, who think like we do, because that's going to make the difference. Doing something makes a difference. Not just talking about something that makes a difference, it's doing something that makes a difference. And you can start, and you can also, if you'd like, you could start your journey on doing something by going to fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com. That's my personal group, and we're doing stuff. Today is Martin Luther King's birthday, and it's the perfect day to get active. We'll be back after these messages. Innovation, inspiration, and imagination. 3 important characteristics that are important in any business, but especially in real estate, when you're looking for your forever home. And when that home is a new home, there are very, very many things that must go right. The financing must be on point. The furnishings must be on point. The location and neighborhood must be on point. And if you need someone to get that right the first time, you have to go to my friend Gary Knight at New Homes of Tampa Bay. That's New Homes of Tampa Bay. You can reach him on the web at www.newhomestpa.com. If you're looking for innovation through technology, inspiration and imagination through hard work, www.newhomestpa.com. There's no reason to wait for a special occasion to send flowers. No reason to wait until you miss a birthday or an anniversary or Valentine's Day to send flowers. All you have to do is get a hold of my friend Christine at Bloomingdale's Flower Shop, www.bloomingdays.com. That's www.bloomingdays.com. And tell her that you want to send the very best, that you care enough to send the very best. One of FTD's top florists in all of the United States, always in the top 100 of flower shops in the United States. That's Bloomingdale's Flower Shop, www.bloomingdays.com. Forget calling 1-800-something, www.bloomingdays.com. It's great to have partners, but it's even better when one of your partners is one of the finest urban conservatives in America. That's my friend Kevin Batts. Kevin Batts of Red River Chronicle TV. Red River Chronicle TV is taking the internet by storm. With fabulous production, amazing commentary, and incredible insight, Red River TV is the thing that we'll all be watching in 2017. They are the people, Kevin and his wife Janelle, are the voices that are going to make the difference in urban America in 2017. So get in on the ground floor. Go to www.redriverchronicle.com and subscribe to Red River TV today. Nothing fits a home perfectly than a brand new grand piano. And if you're looking for a piano for your brand new home, you've got to visit Dave's Piano. And that's davespianoshowroom.com. If you're looking for the perfect thing to set off your new home, a piano is what you're looking for. And my friend Dave has the perfect piano for you. And the best thing about buying a piano from Dave is that he does everything. He delivers, he sets up, he tunes, he takes care of everything. The best part about Dave's Piano, quite frankly, is Dave. So when you buy a piano from Dave's Piano Showroom, you only deal with Dave. You can reach them at www.davespianoshowroom.com. That's davespianoshowroom.com.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're
so.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
and anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservative.com. This is a production of Fight Back Media Group. For more information, go to www.fightbackmedia.com. All right, we're back. Thank you again for tuning in today to our maiden voyage on the Exceptional Conservative Network. I hope that you have enjoyed it so far, that you will do this for us, that you will tell your friends. That's the biggest compliment anybody can have, in what we do here on the internet, is that we grow organically. And what that means is that you tell a person, that you share the link with somebody else, that you say, you know what, I was listening to SHR, I was listening to TECN, I was on their website, and there's this new guy on here at 9 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, who is just off the chain. There's something wrong with him. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with him. He ain't right. That's really the best compliment. That's easily the best compliment that we could ever get, that I can ever get. That this is about that you would share what we're doing. That's the best compliment. Everything else, I appreciate it. The attaboys and way to goes and you know what, and the thumbs up and the likes on Facebook, that's all cool. But when you share us with your friends, when you tell somebody else about us, that's when we know. That's when we know that you love us. That's when we know that you care. When you're able to tell somebody else. I don't want to be the girl you date that you don't tell anybody about. I don't want to be that girl. I want to be the girl that you take to your mama. That's who I want to be. I want to be the girl that you take home to your mother and say, look, looky what God has given me. That's who I want to be. That's who I need to be in your life. So there you go. We are thrilled and excited about being here today. And we've got so much material. We got so much to do, so much to really get into. That what happens all the time, and what's going to continue to happen, is that we're going to simply run out of time. We're going to run out of time, but that's okay, because we're going to be back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. But it's okay. It's okay. We're good. We are solid as a rock. In any case, we hope that you've enjoyed it, and we're going to continue to. Let's see. I'm now looking in the chat room to see if there's any activity in the chat room. Not at this point, but you can also go to the exceptionalconservativeshow.com /TECN --AM. Or you can click the TECN AM button on the website, and that'll take you right to the chat room, and you can enjoy what's going on there. It's been my experience with that most chat rooms, my goodness, end up being a separate show. They end up being a separate show, which is kind of funny. Hey, Melanie's in the chat room. Melanie Colette's going to be on in a little bit with her own show, a new show. She's a newbie, but it ain't gonna be so much as you can tell. you ain't gonna be able to tell. She's got a lot of things to concentrate on. I think she's going to basically concentrate on generational wealth, and we'll talk about that as well on our show. We talk about what we've experienced at the hands of Democrats and people like John Lewis and people like Barack Obama and Cory Booker, Maxine Waters, is the concept that, and of course mainstream media, that our community needs generational dependence that we can't on our own. It's not possible. We're not strong enough. We're not smart enough. And at the same time, we're supposed to be the people who invented math and science and all these things. But we can't take care of our own children, so we kill them. And the ones we don't kill, other people have to pay for. What? Are you serious? That's the narrative. That is the narrative that is being preached by mainstream media and the left. It's unbearable. It is unbearable. So I'll tell you what. I've got something that I want you to hear. This is from my friend Sonny Johnson, and Sonny's going to be on the show next month as well. This is something that she said at Right Online 2015 in Washington D.C. at the Marquis Marriott. She was in a panel discussion entitled "What Would Breitbart Do?" with Sonny Johnson and Robert Stacey McCain and James O'Keefe. Can I tell you it was powerful? It was powerful. But this, for me, was the most powerful 3 minutes of the entire weekend.
Show you how I would deliver this conservative message to the black community. Can I do that real quick? I hear you. I feel you. I get it. Life in your America sucks. Your parents didn't care or weren't there. The schools pushed you out without making sure you can read. Politicians tell you that a brighter tomorrow, so you smoke as much as you can to get through today. You are tired of seeing your brothers, sons, daughters, cousins, your friends killed, imprisoned, or lost to drugs. You want to do the right thing, but all it takes is one time, one mistake for everything to go wrong. And picking yourself up seems impossible because you can't get a job when you have a record. You're sleeping on your mama's couch because you can't afford your own space. You feel unfit to parent your children because your life is so screwed up. What in the hell are you going to teach them? I get it. I know. But you are being surrounded by the people that championed your track. They developed your public housing. They took control of your education. They sent your fathers to jail for nonviolent offenses. Made single motherhood cool by calling it feminism. Built the police force through unionization you claim harassed you. And now when you're fed up, they give agitators reign to burn down your city. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If your friends are yelling for death and destruction, do they actually want change? Is it that what you live in now? Democrats want to be the party of the poor. In order for that to happen, they have to keep you poor. You always have to fight the oppressors. That will mean you are always oppressed. You call us the party of the rich. And I'm still straight out of Stacey South. Well, I had it written down already. We just think like, you call us the party of the rich. And I'm not going to be spineless like those who run from it. I'm not rich, but by the grace of God, I will be. I love money. I love the feeling of security. I love being financially dependent on no one but myself and my husband. I love being able to provide my daughters with Nikes and books, an iPad and robotics camp. It is a great feeling. Now come and eat with us. Come and eat with us. If you are tired of being poor and overlooked, come and eat at a table that believes in ownership and growth. See, we won't begrudge your success because we know that the next dinner is on you.
That's the best 3 minutes that you will hear today. That is the best 3 minutes that you will hear today. It is absolutely the best. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take this message not just to the internet, because it's already on the internet. We're trying to take this message to the street. We're trying to take this message to each and every neighborhood we can find. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. So if you want to be involved, if you want to be involved in that, then please do. Then please join us. Please join us at www.fightbackmedia.com and help us take this message to the street, because that's where it needs to be. If it's not on the street, then what are we doing? Then why are we even bothering? You hear what I'm saying? Then why are we even bothering? It don't make good sense. We're just wasting our time here, flapping our jaws on the internet. Don't make good sense. All right, we'll be back with more of the Willie Lawson Show right after these messages.
The best late-night conservative talk show in America, TECN Radio. And listen, there are no people better on the air to give you the best in conservative talk than TECN Sean and TECN Clint. And we're working on the immigration papers for a certain other guy who happens to work here too. For those who are tuning in around the world to the best in late-night conservative talk, TECN Radio.
Talk news. Talk news.
Radio.
Talk news. Talk news.
Radio.
The best late-night conservative talk show in America. In America.
And in this web was a large, I'm pretty sure it was the biggest spider I've ever seen.
All right, don't go anywhere, because right after this show is this one.
This is your business diva, Melanie Collette, inviting you to join me for my new show, Money Talk with Melanie, on January 16th at 10 a.m. on the Exceptional Conservative Network. Joining me will be Dr. Brooks Robinson of blackeconomics.org. We will discuss President-elect Donald Trump's New Deal for Black America. I hope you'll join us.
All right, listen, it's been a gas, but we got to get out of here. I trust that you like what you heard, because there's going to be more of it, and we're going to approach just about everything with the same vigor and the same excitement and the same attitude, because it is time to throw off the shackles. Didn't make much sense for people like Dr. Martin Luther King to be martyred. Didn't make much sense for all that to happen if we aren't going to do something special. You know? I trust that you know what? I trust that we are ready to do something different. Now, I trust that we understand that it is time. It is really time to take this past where we have it now and take it to the highways and the byways. Take it to the chicken shacks and the rib shacks throughout our community. Take it to the churches and the church's chickens to invoke this change. We have an opportunity now that we haven't had in a long time that we need to take advantage of. Thanks so much for coming to the Willie Lawson Show here on the Exceptional Conservative Network. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself.